Hello and welcome to a little walk with the dogs, but I'm going to do something a little bit different in this one. I'm going to answer one of the questions I've been asked a few times and see if I can get the answers for you. So we're out today with Bixie, Louie, Teddy and Bumble, having a lovely time as always. These guys know how to enjoy themselves. Bixie's got the ball, so Louie just follows her, trying to get it, waiting for that opportunity when she drops it. And it doesn't half wear them out doing that sort of play. There's a little horse box here you can sit in, so I'm just going to step in here just for a few minutes. Oh, first of all, coffee. Definitely got a coffee. And got rid of the beard. What do you think? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I quite like having a beard, but hey, it'll come back if I want it to. Also, another thing, I got these things on. See that? I've got them. I've got two of those on TikTok Shop, and they're electronic hand warmers. You pop them in your glove. Oh my life, they're an absolute game changer. They really are. They're they weren't very dear. I think they're only like £6 or £7 or something, maybe £8, and. They've been so good this week where it's been so cold. You just pop them in the glove, and obviously when I'm filming I don't have a glove on this hand, or I have to pick up dog poops and stuff, so I keep this hand warm and I have the other hand warmer in my pocket, and does a great job, to be honest. It keeps my hands nice and toasty, so it's really good. So yeah, going back to what I said at the beginning, so a lot of people have been asking me, or quite a few people, because I do dog walking predominantly. I do dog training on a private basis. I never film my dog training. I always just do it on a one-to-one level with some clients. And one of the questions I've been asked recently online and by people that I meet is, how do you stop your dog from jumping up all the time? Because a lot of people say to me their dogs are absolutely perfect, they love them, they're great dogs, but when they're out in public or even at home, they jump up constantly to sort of get that attention. And the worst thing is when you meet someone out on a walk who's got white trousers on or something like that, or even just dressed fairly smartly, and your dog runs over or is on a lead even, and does that little jump up and leaves a mark on their clothes. It's a very rude thing to do to someone, really, especially if they're not dog fans or dog people themselves. So I say you have to strip it right back. Go right back to puppyhood. If you've got a puppy, this is a great time to teach it. The best thing to do is to start teaching them that jumping up is not something that's accepted. And you can do that in a real positive way. So when a dog's paws are all four paws on the floor, you can give them a reward for that, whether it be just a nice gentle fuss, or a treat. If you start that from a really young age, that can really start to instill that they don't have to jump up for the attention, because most dogs will jump up to gain your attention, because especially smaller dogs, you don't tend to find it like with the Canny Corso I work with, Congo. He won't jump up because he doesn't need to, because he's so huge anyway. He's kind of at our level anyway. But with the smaller dogs, they'll jump up to get your attention, to get closer to your face, to get you to read them and all that sort of thing. So the best thing to do is to teach them that it's not allowed from a really young age. But if you've got an older dog, we'll come on to that in a second. But dogs do learn new tricks. Yeah, people say about old dogs don't learn new tricks. Of course they do. If you put the effort and the time in, they'll always learn something new. And yeah, jumping up, I always say, when you come in the house, especially when you get a puppy, if you get a puppy, all we do is let them get away with blue murder, because we laugh and we love it, don't we? We get all the cuddles, we get all the silliness, and we let them get away with everything they want to get away with in that young age, which is actually the age where they should be learning some restraint and some control. But because we love them so much, and because they are our new little fur babies and all that sort of thing, we do let them get away with murder, and then unfortunately we reap the reward of that when they hit adolescence or adulthood, and they've learned some pretty bad ways, let's put it that way. So best thing to do, first of all, when you walk in the house, when you come home, if they're not using the crate, if they're loose, No touch, no talk, no eye contact with them. So what do I mean by that? No touch as in when they run up to you, yeah, they're going to be bouncing and jumping and all super excited and, oh look, mum and dad are home, or whoever's home. And yeah, it's not the best thing to do then to go, oh hello, and get all excited yourself, because when you raise your voice and get excited in your body language, the dog just keeps on ramping up the excitement, and this is where a lot of the jumping comes into it. So best thing to do is to just ignore them. I know it's incredibly hard. Some people have some treats nearby or even on them in the car maybe, so you get a couple out and you can just scatter them as you come in, so the dog's instantly redirected from making a fuss of you to actually getting a little treat. You can do that. But I always find the best scenario is to no talk, no touch, no eye contact. So when you come in the door, you don't look at them, you look straight ahead and go to the kitchen and put the kettle on or do something like that, and you wait. You don't talk to them, and you certainly don't touch them. So it sounds awful, I know, and you don't have to do this, obviously. This is just a scenario, but it does work if you stick to it. So you're ignoring them, and the dog doesn't care you're ignoring them, because they're only excited because you're home. They're overly excited because you're home. Yeah, they're going to get a fuss, aren't they? Excuse me, Mike, we're out in the cold today, so I know he keeps running. Yeah, they're going to get the attention anyway because you're home and you're there, and that's all they need, is you being in their presence. They don't need us chatting away to them and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just totally ignore them. Go to the kitchen, put the kettle on, do what you need to do, unload your shopping, and then once they start to calm down, once they're in that state of calm, so they're not bouncing around being silly anymore, and they've calmed down, sometimes they might even sit down, you can then just go over to them and say hello, and do a really gentle stroke. No hyping them up, no being silly, unless you want that. If you want that in your life, go for it. But honestly, down the road, that will cause problems. I know it will. I've seen it so many times. So yeah, really calm. Give them a little reward by fuss or just a cuddle or anything else, but only if they're calm. So what if they start to ramp up and get excited again? You switch off again, you ignore again, and you keep doing that. Every time you come in, you get every single guest that comes into the house, every other family member that comes into the house to do exactly the same thing, and before long, you'll see the dog just calming down and starting to learn learn restraint and a little bit of calm. And they're honestly, a happy dog doesn't mean a bouncing around, jumping up all over the place dog. That really doesn't. The dog will be over the moon you're home. So give that a try. So no touch, no talk, no eye contact is the easiest 3 ways to remember it. I think Caesar Milan taught that years ago, and I've never forgotten that, and it absolutely works if you want to create calm. Give it a try, see how it goes, and when you go on to a walk, hopefully once you've put all these things in place at home, once you get onto a walk, these things will start to form. It's not going to be an instant fix. If you've got an older dog that's done it for the last 3 or 4 years, it's not going to... That's one of the dogs playing with a squeaky ball. Yeah, if you've got a dog that's done it for a lot, then you're not going to have an instant fix. It's going to take time. But honestly, if you work at it, it will work itself out. Patience is the key with dog training. If you work it through, keep going with it, you'll start to reap the benefits of it. Obviously, if you've got a dog that's extremely bouncy and jumps up at people on a walk, you're going to need to use a long line or a lead to keep that restraint, so they're not allowed to jump up at anybody. And just go from there, really. Give it a try. Let us know in the comments if you do it, and see how it goes with your dog. But yeah, just give it a try and see, because it's all lovely when the dog's young, but when they get older and they start to jump up at people, especially if like Granny comes round for Christmas or something and they get knocked over, because some dogs are incredibly strong, aren't they? Labradors are real key for jumping up and being really bouncy, and they're so strong as well. So, you know, they can cause lots of problems, and people can get knocked over quite easily. So just bear that in mind. And if you get a puppy, just start from day one. It's the best thing you'll ever do, honestly. Really is. Put little rules, boundaries and limitations in place, and you'll see the rewards from it. All right, that's enough for that one. So hopefully I'll answer some more questions in the future as well. So we've got some fun and games going on. Got a nice big ring to play with, haven't you? Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good boy. I love seeing them all having the best time. So lovely. This is another thing as well. If you get a dog's energy levels down, you'll get much better dogs, much better behaviour at home. You'll find they just chill out much easier. A lot of dogs that haven't been out enough go a little bit stir crazy, and like Pixie's been spayed this week, or about 12 days ago, and now she's bouncing off the walls to have fun, aren't you? Aren't you? But she's making up for it, I think. Playing and playing. She's fully healed now, so that's great. Thanks so much for watching again. I hope that has answered one of your questions that I was sent in and asked when I've been training as well. And yeah, see you on the next one, everyone. Bye bye.
To get to know ya, 이미 시작된 걸